Hello everyone. Now, I was just filming the episode that I was going to do today, and I was doing it in character, in full dress. My chair's broken again. But I decided that really it was a bit too unnatural. It didn't flow as well, and so I thought, let's just go back to normal, the way it is. Pure and simple, you, me, like two good friends, sitting around a fire. Speaking of fire, I have now got plenty of firewood, because do you know what happened today? We cut more branches down from the cherry tree. Now, in my back garden, we had a huge tree, cherry tree for that matter, and about 2 feet up, it branched off into two different trunks, and they each grew very tall. But my mother, whose bedroom is over there, thought that it was blocking the sunlight going in, so she said, "I want rid of it." And so my dad, being the lovely man he is, spent days researching how to properly do all the stuff to taking down a tree, ordered all like the harnesses, the ropes. He even got a chainsaw, which a miniature one, which didn't work. It was broken. He's had trouble with the chainsaws ever since. Poor him. However, they, my uncle and my father, when my uncle was down here, they decided to take the tree down, or the east side of it, but they didn't really think about what they were doing, because what they had done, if this is the tree, and let's say they cut it off here, what they did was they tied a bit of rope up here, anchored it, and made a pulley from there up into the other tree and down to the pear tree, the small pear tree that we've got down at the bottom to anchor it and act as a pulley so we could let it down. And they also tied a bit there, and they had a guiding rope here at the bottom so that we could guide it out when they chopped it down. But they didn't do it the normal way of chop off, let it go to the ground, chop off, let it go to the ground. No, they thought, I know, let's do it all in one lump. So they had a huge amount of tree that weighed lots, that they had to try and get down. And first they had to cut through it. Any of you who know anything about pressure and gravity would know that that might be a hard task. So they'd been cutting through it, and every time that they got to like the last few fibres, but the pressure on it was so great that it was just setting it down again. And that's what that middle rope was for, and the top rope was to try and relieve some of that pressure. But it didn't work very well. Nevertheless, they managed to finally break it through many risky activities of trying to chisel in some bits and chisel out some bits and saw some bits and axe some bits. They used lots and lots of techniques, and then finally it came apart from the trunk, that's what it's called. And that's when my job came in, of holding the tree back and making sure that it didn't fall on anyone, basically. So I had to sit there like that. Urgh. Come on, tree, stay out, be nice, be nice. And as they lowered it ever so slightly, I had to pull it out. So it was like that, and then detached it, and then they lowered it and I pulled it out so we could do that. And finally we managed to do it, and that is how half of the tree went. And today another third, or yeah, maybe a third of the tree is gone, because my other uncle and my dad went up the other trunk today and took out every other branch. So once again we have a huge pile of big branches in our garden, so we're gonna have lots of fire. Yes. So yes, lots and lots of fire for everyone who comes over to my house over the summer. And that is the story of today. I got to break into my neighbour's house. Well, I got to break into their back garden to throw the branches that fell on to their side back over, because they were all out, and we were on a good terms, so they wouldn't have thought anything of it. Don't report that to the police, please, just in case. And it was only their back garden. It's just full of weeds. Come on. So yes, that was my day so far. Mental math, not my strong point. But I think if my mental math serves me correctly, it's a good a time as that's my mental English, which is not working. I can only have one mental activity going on at once. So swapping away, back to mental English. Tiwanana. That's mental Chichewa. Useless.